doesn't discriminate whatever caste you have, whatever level you have, because disaster affects everyone. And when you look at the slogan of SDGs, also New Urban Agenda, no one left behind. How can we make sure that no one left behind if you only focus on certain groups of people? So what important is that we have to make a universal goal. This is universal goal, just not limit to certain number of people in the one that we like or we don't like. So I think I want to have some more remarks. Maybe can we have some more? Yeah, those who have not spoken, please. This is a chance.
Thank you, Madam Chair, respected Honorable Minister, and all the DRR practitioners. Right, Madam Chair was referring to Nepal. So I'm from Nepal. My name is Hemraj, and I'm representative from Merseycore. Massive earthquake lastly gave us some enhanced preparedness for better response and build back better. So referring to Dr. Sunil from ADPC, need-based risk assessment is very important now. So I have only two suggestions or two things to focus, right? The first one is digital mapping, right? It was very, very tough to get to those worst affected districts from government agencies and practitioners like us in time. We had everything, right, but we had no access to roads. We had no digital images of those particular areas which were worst affected. So it's very important to talk about the digital imaging right now. The second thing is capacity building, but capacity building of not the national government, because national government has got a lot of capacities. They have army personnel and they have task forces and very things. But the capacity building of district level and local authorities is very important. Mostly whenever we talk about the emergencies, district level emergency operation centers must be capacitated from right now, because whenever we are facing the massive earthquake, it was very tough to get to those earthquakes with emergency operations, whether they were in the areas where they were near to the roads or they were in the rural areas. So I would like to highlight these two things. Thank you, Madam Chair, giving me a opportunity to speak.
Thank you. I think everyone agrees, right? The importance of working, capacitating this local people, local districts, and also at the grassroots
Imaging,
level.
yeah,
Amazing,
digital
yes.
imaging or data collection at digital level.
Data collection as well as digital mapping. I think it's quite it's less expensive now to do digital mapping, and I think compared to the past experience, digital mapping was quite expensive, but now I think the price is going down quite a lot.
Yes, certainly it can be done with local authorities and governments,
Yes,
because
yes.
each and every department is trying their best to get
Yes.
data, but
Yes.
it should be in such form we reach whenever we need, and especially for DRR.
Yes, yes. I also think that it's important to synchronize national data and local data. Sometimes there is a gap between central data, data that collected at the central level, and then data that available at the local level. I think there is always gap somewhere. I think it's good that we synchronize also. Any more intervention? Yes, please.
So mark is off.
Uh, it is a very important session. We learn so much things by different participants and delegates. And I also want to share my small experience. Actually, I'm from Nepal. I'm working in District Development Committee. It is a local body, and I'm working in Sindhupalchok district. Someone may heard about that, because Sindhupalchok is the most affected district of Nepal. 36% of total casualty happened there. So after this disaster, we felt that this time iron is very hot and we can make it on the safe. This is the time, because people, they lost their family members, their relatives, and if this time we just intervene something, we can success at this time. So we start from there where I'm working from Sindhu Phalchok. Actually, we just decided to make, like our minister said, that within 2 years we make a local level disaster management plan. Same like that, we also decided within 1 year we also prepared local LDRMP, local disaster risk management plan, for every VDC and every municipality of that district. So we have total 68 VDC and 2 municipality in our district. So we just make a meeting with all stakeholders who are working in DRR. So one thing is very important is nobody can do everything, but everybody can do something. So when we collect all the stakeholders, all the efforts, we covered 58 VDCs to make LDRMP. Mexico also participate in our district for 5 VDCs. So after then, just only 10 VDC remain, and District Development Committee, the government agency, decided to take to make some budget for that 10 VDCs, and then we plan to cover all the VDCs. And it is very important, because if we don't have disaster management plan, we cannot say what is our need, where is vulnerability, and so many other things. Even after the earthquake, we don't have the data how many households are there in a VDCs. Like, so this plan is very much important, and we are starting from the most affected district, and central government also supporting us for that. Actually, the MOFALD, Ministry of Federal Affairs, they supporting, and Ministry of Home Affairs, they are also supporting us. And so many hands are there who want to support the Save the Children, make a strategy for that actions, and other many organizations. They are ready to support, and we think that we will success for that. And if we will success in our district, Sindhu Phalchok, definitely it will be replicated to other district also, and by that way we are going. I'm just sharing one experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. All information is useful, and thank you so much also for sharing the Nepal experience. And I know that Nepal also is a quite prone country against disaster, so especially the earthquake. Any more interventions? Yes, I saw somebody in the back raise hand, please.
Good afternoon, all. My name is Ajay. I'm working in India with many local authorities. I'm not representing any one of them, but I've worked with many of them. I'm an urban planner by training. So my activity is not just understanding the risk, but also take it to the community and improve the resilience among the community. I'll give you an example, a very brief example of 2 hill cities of India. One is Aizawl, which is in the northeast part of India, and another one is Shimla, which is in the northern part of Shimla. Both the cities have invested good manpower in understanding their risk. They have very good HRVA conducted for both of these cities. And another step they've taken is that they've tried to implement that results of the HRVA into their regular planning development activities. Aizawl, the corporation, has actually implemented a new set of bylaws in which they included the recommendations of the first study. And in Shimla also, they started preparing a new development plan, including the results of the first study. But the problem is, as long as it's concerned with the local authorities, yes, they are aware of the risks and they can take some actions to reduce the risk. But when it comes to the community is actually left out. As long as the city wants to implement something, yes, city will make a action plan of 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, and they said that these are the things to be implemented. But as a first responder, what is the responsibility of the community is not very clear as of now. Ahead of me, some people spoke about strengthening the local authorities for understanding the risk. Yes, I fully support that. But after that, how do we take this information to the community and make the community more resilient? That's what I think we should include in the draft document. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think we took note on that. Thank you. Any more? Yes, please. How many more of you want to speak? Okay. We have 10 minutes to go. Yes, no problem. So you last, and then any more you, and then no more. Oh, three. Okay, 1, 2, 3. You share within 10 minutes. Okay, please.
Yeah, respected chairperson, honorable minister, and participants. Actually, I'm from Kathmandu Metropolitan City Office. So our chairman has already said that we don't need to wait for any aid from government. We have to do from the city as much as possible. So regarding this, I want to just say that our KMC office has already, collect the tax from for the house, for especially for disaster risk reduction. The people who come to pay for tax for the household, so they have to pay 100 rupees per house per year, 100 rupees. So this is just, I want to inform you that we have already started to collect the tax, especially for disaster risk reduction. And another thing is, especially disaster risk reduction, we have all just, it's collaborate with CityNet. We have started training program, especially for engineers of KMC, and it was held. It held March, and another program was just held in 2 weeks ago. So next program is going to held. It will be in Japan. So with our Italian president of Bolzano city, so we have agreement to make especially fire station in Kathmandu. So with collaboration with Bolzano city. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. This is quite interesting because you also conduct a peer-to-peer learning with also other countries and other cities, like the one in Italy, and also your capacity building programs. That's very, very interesting. And also you mentioned the importance of, and you managed to also collect tax from each household, and how you use the money collected by the, from the people.
Whenever we need to use this money for, especially for disaster risk management, we use from our fund.
Okay.
We use in one level specifically.
Okay. And that the decision for using the money is with the local government of Kathmandu, or whether the people also are included in this decision-making process? No, only local governments. Okay, okay.
We can use this money for the people who live in Kathmandu Metro.
Okay, okay. Thank you. That's also interesting and useful information. Then we have you, we have lady, and then last, yes. Then I will invite our Honorable Minister to close this session.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Honorable Minister, and thank you, Honorable Mayor. So I'm Risiraj Datta coming back once again, and I'm from Asian Disaster Preparedness Center, Thailand. Just to come back to the draft statement, actually, I just forgot to mention in my earlier update. So there is priority 4, which focuses on enhanced preparedness for effective response and to build back better. So I have seen, like, we have assigned 3 particular points on creating evacuation routes, shelter, site identification, and all. But one of the most critical point that we are missing here, which I feel, is strengthening the local level early warning mechanism. And how do you create or build awareness among the communities? Most of the time, we see that the communities or the local authorities mostly don't rely on the early warning messages that comes to them. So then how do we, improve or strengthen this local level early warning mechanism is one of the areas that needs to be addressed here. And that should actually be culminated into creating these kind of guidelines or SOPs for effective dissemination purposes. So that's my additional point. Thank you.
Thank you. We will also put this, the points you mentioned. And if you also want to share with us, please send information. Like sometimes the difficulty is how we do it. So you mentioned about guidelines, and maybe there are some guidelines that we can use as references, for others to apply or to replicate or to also use as references. That will be also useful. Thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you very much. We discussed a lot about the importance of data collection for disaster management. Maybe my very last comment that we need to ensure to have disaggregated data by sex, so we exactly know how many women, how many men, and also if possible by age, so we can also identify the vulnerable group like babies, elderly, and children. So with this disaggregated data, there will be no one left behind, I guess. And then I want to share the good practices from Indonesia when the National Disaster Management Agency, working closely with the National Statistic Office, BPS, to ensure that the population data, baseline population data is available, because National Statistic Office has a very rich data on population data and so many variables under their data, so it will be very useful for emergency preparedness program. Thank you.
Thank you. We will also include the data on the most vulnerable households, as we discussed earlier, and that's quite important. Thank you very much. I agree with you to have aggregated data about sex and these things. Thank you. Yes, last comment.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm the last person for
Yes.
speaking. I'll share just two experiences on DRR. I am from Tripura, India. My name is Sarath Kumar Das. I'm the State Project Officer Disaster Management working for Government of Tripura, but I'm from UNDP. In Tripura, actually, there are so many best practices, but very importantly, specific to this session is that how community level disaster management planning is very important. Actually, we are mentioning different departmental disaster management plans, but the plans should be very effective and functional plan all the time. The states, they may not face disaster all the time, but the plans should not be prepared and put in the lock and key. So what we have done, actually the government has done local level particularly, it is mentioned that what is preferable to the local government may be written